Hello, great minds. Hope you're doing fine today. Well, I feel a little bit uncomfortable with a couple of comments I get from people, especially when you tell them to pay for mentorship, to pay to learn. And some of them give comments like, I don't play bass for profit. I just play in my church. I'm a church choir somebody, or I'm a church instrumentalist. We just play in church. I'm not playing for profit. Hello? Do you mean that? You actually meant that because you are rendering a service unto God, it shouldn't be excellent. Because you're rendering a service unto God, you shouldn't give your best. Do you really mean that? Let me ask you a question. What motivates you? Yes, church bass player, church pianist, church drummer. What motivates you? Is it just to play good, or to actually fulfill the purpose or help in fulfilling the purpose of music in the church? For me, what motivates me is souls. Because the truth is, God has placed on us, each and every one of us, an assignment to fulfill. And I consider the bass guitar as a tool to fulfilling that assignment. For me, some people are into agriculture, some into medicine, some into, people are scattered in different fields. But the fact and the truth is that Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father who is in heaven." Now, they didn't say that they may see God's good deeds. We all know God is great, but your own good deeds. And it also said, "Let your light so shine," not shine. That means you should be so good on your instrument that when you play, you don't necessarily have to stop someone and say, "I want to minister the gospel to you." You don't necessarily have to do that, but you play so well that when they listen to you, they will be the ones to even walk up to you and say, "Oh boy, how you sabi this thing like this." And then it becomes an easy platform to tell them about Jesus. Are you listening to me? It becomes an easy platform to teach them and speak to them about changing their wrong lifestyles and changing their bad habits and changing their irregular behaviors. So if you are a church bass player, keyboard player, guitar player, drummer, singer, and you are telling people up and down that you are not doing it, it's just a hobby, I am sorry for you. You better change that mindset. Because what God has placed in your hands is a tool to bless lives, a tool to transform lives. I've been in places where I played and literally people walk up to me and tell me, "Wow, you played so awesomely well. I can't believe a human can play like this." Well, some of them might be joking, but I know at that point that it blew their mind so much that if I tell them to pick stone and eat it and tell them that stone is bread, they will almost eat it. Now, what I'm trying to say is that the music of my play melted their heart so much that anything I say at that point, they accept it. So no longer, I tell you and I advise you, no longer should you tell anybody, "I'm just a church bass player. I can't afford to spend so much to learn." No longer. If you're doing it in the church and you're doing it unto God, you must go for training. Now, there are trainings that will be affordable. There are some that might cost you a lot. There are some that might cost you a lot of stress. Let me put it that way. Stress, in quotes, stress. There are some that will cost you sacrifices. I've made all sort of sacrifices, so many sacrifices to see me get to where I am today. So please, appreciate training, appreciate mentorship. If you have to pay for it, pay for it. If you have to pay for it, pay for it. If you have to go an extra mile for it, go an extra mile, go that mile for it. Because one day God will ask you, that He committed into your hands, what have you used it for? How many lives have you transformed? And how many people have been saved through your music? Don't forget, there's a horizontal relationship. That's our relationship with man. And there is a vertical relationship. That's our relationship with God. For us to establish the will of God unto man, for us to establish the vertical relationship onto the horizontal relationship, we must always tend to the vertical, and then we now relate with our fellow man. It's a consistent curve. It's a sinusoidal waveform. You move up, you relate with man. You move up to relate with God, then you relate with man. So please appreciate mentorship. If you have to spend to train, and God will help you achieve excellence. Thank you so much. I love you with all my heart. Have a blessed day.